And we are live. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the parts of the world. It is Monday today, and it's 6 p.m. here in Australia. For those of you who are watching us, thank you so much for tuning in. And for today, we're gonna do a live talk with one of our business partners here in Australia. But before that, let me introduce a little bit of myself. Hello, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Luisa Indiano, and I'm a proud digital business owner and a mentor. And I'm originally from the Philippines, but now I'm currently living here in Sydney, Australia. I am married and I'm assistant nurse in public hospital. Guys, we are here to inspire you, to educate, and to share this business with everyone who is looking for a side hustle that will change your lives forever and leave a legacy for your children. Look no further. This is the best online business so far that we've seen. Right now, having a side hustle is necessity in every household. Instead of working hard physically outside with another job, why don't we work from home or do this incredible business while taking good care of your children? All right, without further ado, let me introduce to you to one of my business partners. He is Ozi Nakashi Alozie from Melbourne, Australia. Actually, he is originally from Nigeria, but currently living now in Australia with his wife and his three children. So, hello, hello. Let me just unmute you. Sorry. Good evening to you over there. How are you
Hello,
going?
hello, Louisa. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening
How are,
too.
how are you
All good.
today?
All good so far. Still struggling with the day with my cough, but hopefully we can strive for tonight's interview. And by the way, guys, a little bit of Ozzy. So he used to work as a banker with over 10 years of banking experience. Of course, he's now an online business owner and a mentor. All right, Ozzy, shall we start with our questions for today?
All right.
You ready?
Thank you.
All right, no worries. All right, Ozzy, your first question. So, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself, please? The floor is yours.
All right, Louisa. My name is Osinakachi. People call me OC for short. Osinakachi is an Igbo name that means something that is from God or somebody that is from God. That's what it means. So originally, I'm from Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian-born immigrant and currently living in Australia with my family. Before now, I've been in the UK for 2 years, almost 2 years. We lived in the UK before we finally settled in Australia. And again, I've been a banker for close to 10 years now. I've worked in two commercial banks in Nigeria. I did more of personal banking, what people call retail banking. I also did business banking and affluent banking. Affluent banking is what people call uh, in this part of the world is called private banking. You know, where you manage the asset and liability portfolios of the high network individuals. So that's what I've done over the years, and that has given me the opportunity to work in a company. Little bit about me. I am a child of God. I'm a Christian, and I am also an able minister of the New Testament. I have I've been married for 9 years now, and we are looking forward to our 10 years anniversary in marriage. That will be by April next year. And we've been privileged, myself and my wife, we've been privileged to be raising three amazing children. I have a daughter and two sons, and they are doing amazingly great. So that's a little bit about me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Wow. Well, advance happy 10 years with your wife. And how's Australia going? Like, like, did you like Australia?
Yes, we like Australia. One thing about Australia we like is the weather. You know, Australia is a big climate, and the weather is so good to us, and that's one of the reasons why we move over here. Coming from Nigeria, that is a tropical climate, ranging with average temperatures of 28 degrees Celsius, to about 33 degrees Celsius. So it's always hot in Nigeria because we have two major seasons, the rainy season and the dry seasons. So that's Nigeria. And when we came to the UK, the weather was not friendly to us, especially myself. So that's one of the reasons why we decided to move to Australia. And ever since we came in here, it's been amazing. And it's interesting to know that we came in during when it was almost winter here, and winter here is what people celebrate in the UK as summer. You can see the difference because even in the UK, it's summer in the UK, but you still have your jacket, while going out. So here is okay for us at the moment. Yes, thank you.
All right. Well, I hope you will travel and enjoy more here in Australia. There's a lot of things to do. All right. Let's get to your next question. Thank you for your introduction. So, my next question is, what motivated you to start a business?
Well, my motivation before now, I've been a business person. I've had that business mindset. Um, I I was born in a town called Aba in Abia State, Nigeria. Uh, Aba is the commercial hub of the eastern Nigeria. It's a well-known city because of its craftiness and creativity, and industry. So that's the town where I was born. So I can say that two out of every three people you meet in Aba are business people, irrespective of what they do, their profession or what have you. They are business people because Aba is known for business. So being born in such a city, I began with business. I've done a little. I've been a business person, in one way or the other. We've been doing business before now. Then even when I was in the bank, I've always combined banking with business, so long as it does not conflict with the interest of my job, my contract. I've always been in business. So when we move over um to the UK, that appetite for business also arose. We are looking for something to do, to be able to uh, make up for our living and be able to have the lifestyle we've always desired for ourselves. My wife is a registered nurse, and in the UK, she works 12 hours long shifts. So it was really an issue with us having our children and raising them, being with our children. So it's always one person is coming in, the other person is going out, and it continued like that as a circle. And I looked at that, and that wasn't normal with us. We didn't have the time again to be able to take care of our children the way we used to, teach them and guide them, especially through their studies. So that was a very big challenge for us. So we began to look for something to do, to be able to have that flexibility we need to be able to run our family, because we are not only called to get them to school or to feed them. We also have a responsibility as parents to look after them and always be with them, both spiritually, emotionally, and physical. So that gap was lacking. So we decided to start looking for something to do. So in the bid of that, what came to my mind was online, because online will give us the flexibility we need. Then again, we didn't have the capital to, if we want to go into physical business, we didn't have the capital to go into being in a foreign country. We didn't have the capital to go into setting up a physical business where you have rent a shop, get inventories and all that, get the goods and all that. So the only option that we resorted to was to go online. So we were in that search until we found something that is working for us today.
All right. Thank you. Wow. Like there's a joke like this saying that don't marry a nurse. Because 12-hour shift. Well, I've been there. I work 12-hour shift. We don't really see each other, even with my husband, except for weekends. Our days off. Even right
Yeah,
now, he's still like working as a full time. It's really difficult. But although we don't have children, but I've seen a lot of parents here. And I think every parents really, they don't have time for their children. They're so busy at work. Imagine if you're a nurse, you
yeah,
have different shifts, right? Coming home, and then you have to she's sleeping, and then someone will go outside again and go to work. It's difficult. Then who pick up
exactly.
the children? Yeah.
It's somehow a little bit easier here because what I'm saying, you may not understand it because here nurses do, like right now, she does, they do three shifts. They do morning shifts, afternoon or night. So you either work morning or afternoon or night. So they work like 8 hourly. But in the UK, it's a very long shift, 12 hours on a straight. You go to work in the morning by 7 o'clock, you 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 end your work by 7 p.m. and you start looking for bus to come back home. By the time she will come back home, it's almost 8 o'clock or past 8. So that was a very big challenge for us.
Yeah, and I've heard right now, like moms, and I think some of the hospitals, they can actually like, if you're a parent, they can actually have like part-time shifts and just only trade, like what you said, 3-day shifts, because long time ago it's a very tight schedule, especially during COVID. But yeah, well, that's good that you guys work it out, and I hope that this business really would, boost your your income, and at the same time, getting having a bond or quality time with your children. That's really
Yeah,
important while they're growing up, because there's a lot of parents are actually missing out the milestones. And
exactly.
I want to ask you though, like, are you doing work from home when you used to work in a bank? Because I know back then, like, when COVID hit, there was work from home. So I wish we are nurses. I can do work from home. So
No,
that's what I want.
back then, in short, the first time we had the word work from home in Nigeria
Okay.
was during COVID.
Oh, okay.
During the
Yeah.
lockdown, we all the companies were working from home. But before that time, an ideal bank in Nigeria, you work out from the office. You go to office every morning and uh, and do your normal work. But again, I was in retail banking, and that has to do with customer acquisition. Getting more customers, managing relationship for the bank and all that. So that has to do with going out, marketing, getting customers. Selling the bank's product and services. So it was like a field work. You do part in the field, then you do part in the office. So uh, that that was what it was. It wasn't an online thing, but we only had a bit of online during COVID, and that didn't last for a long time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. Well, that's yeah. The good thing about this business is, we can work from home, and I know our system can be accessed, 24/7, and I think you would love it, and it's advantage for you because you have an experience, about
yeah,
business, and yeah, about the sales and all that. Well, we are so hopeful for you, for the best of you. And okay, why don't we get to the next question? So I think I remember Coach Ellen said that with like you guys contracting from UK and you've been a lead. So how long did it take you to become a business owner? Because I heard that you wanting to start a business, but I think the timing wasn't right, or I'm not wasn't sure. So how long did it take you to become a business owner?
Yes. It took me before now in the UK. I Because when I was searching for what to do, I was inquisitive. I was curious to solve my problem because the major challenge I had was we needed to make more money. We needed
Yeah.
to make more money, and we also needed flexibility as a family man. We needed flexibility to run our family, to take care of the children. That was the challenge. Okay, so we needed something that could solve these two problems. I can tell you that that is my why. Solving the flexibility issue at work and also making more income. Because before now, I one of the reasons why I decided to migrate was to make more money. I don't know for others. The reason why I left my home country to to another man's country is to make more money. You know, so I needed to make more money. I'd always believed that when I travel abroad, I will be able to make more money and be able to meet up with the lifestyle I needed. Okay, so initially when we came to the UK and we weren't making the money as I needed, as I thought. So it was surprising that we weren't making the money. You make the money, but one way or the other, the money goes back to the system. So it wasn't enough. The inflation prices of items were rising. You pay the bills. By the time you are done, you just keep going from one paycheck to the other. So a big that was a big challenge. So we needed something to upscale, our family economy. We needed something to come up a bit. So because I didn't want to be in the bucket of people that, because I have a lot of friends and people in the past that have traveled abroad and they have there was nothing to show for it. So I needed to make a change. I didn't want that to be my story. So we really needed to make more money. So when we came to the UK and I began the search to look for something to do, I came across um, an ad, from uh, Coach Elinita. And after I went through after I went through the webinar, it was a video webinar. I did all that it was that were required of me. Went through the webinar, watched the webinar. I contacted her and we started talking. At a point, in the midst of all that, I was still skeptical, of what to do so that I don't fall into the wrong hands. In as much as I needed a change, I still needed to be with the right person. Okay. So when I contacted her and we spoke at length, that was the time when we were almost concluding our relocation to Australia. So I told her to hold on. Since you are in Australia and I am fortunately coming to Australia, you have to hold on. When I get to Australia, we'll continue the discussion. So there was a break in between. So when we came into Australia in April, we now reactivated the discussion. So that took, like, let's say, approximately 4 months or thereabout to be able to connect with her effectively and start up the business. Thank you.
Oh wow, what? I can't imagine. Like I said, 4 or 6 months. Wow. Um, yeah, I think she was actually surprised, like thinking, like, oh, you're coming and you're already here, and you are
Yes.
ready. It's like, oh, that's amazing. Really, that's how good about this business, because the reach is global. Guys, he came from UK, coming to Australia and get into business. Why not? And talking about, like, as an immigrant, it's really hard, like, even here, coming here to Australia. Of course, I have a family back home, we have parents, we need to look after to as well. And um sending some money from them, and aside from our bills here, like we always help. And I think we have almost the same culture, Ozzy, that we always help with our parents,
Yeah,
'cause, you have a lot of expenses as well. I think it's just yeah, we always help each other. And of course, we all, our intention really is to make money as well.
make
Because
money.
here in Australia, yes, we've been working and working, but the thing is, like, I feel like for myself as well, I'm not going anywhere. Like, it's just gone. Like, the moment you had a salary, you have to pay all the bills, and but you don't have extra savings in case of an emergency. It's
Yeah,
just gone. Like, I said to myself, oh, I can't do this. I really need an extra. It's like, even if I would say I would become a full time, and then if I become a full time as well, I'll just like be worn out. You know how physical it is. Like, you work now in the healthcare, it's so exhausted when you come home. But imagine what, I don't know how you work out with your wife at the moment, but doing this online business is like, that's why I'm looking for this one, because it's the flexibility I really need.
yeah,
Because for me, I like flexibility. Now I work as a casual. I don't know what's your position in your if you're part-time, but I work as a casual, and I like the flexibility, and that's what I like about this business. And it comes to, I'm like, oh, okay, this is really good, because I can do this at home. Well, like this, we're doing the interview, and when I'm at work, OZ, especially when on my breaks, and we always use computer in the nursing station. So even if we look after one patient, but I can always access. So sometimes I have the time to edit some photos and do this business. And that's what I like about this, because we always post every day. So, and that's
yeah.
the good thing about this business, because anything can, you can do wherever you are, whether you're at home or you're at work. But as long as you're in a good time of doing this business, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Thank you so much, Ozzy. Before we go, oh, we still have a few questions, but I just want to shout out to one of our viewers here. So, I'm gonna read here. We have our one of our business partners, the best digital online business. This is Zana. So Zana is here in Australia.
Oh,
Hi, sis. Yeah, how you've seen her. We have here Sis Eleneta, our coach. Hi, watching from New South Wales, Australia. And she
yeah.
said, too cold in UK. Thank you for watching, coach. Yes, indeed. And I think I heard that in UK, like, it's always gloomy in the sky, like makes you sad and depressed. I've heard a lot of things in the UK.
Have
We
you
have
have you have you been to the UK?
No, but I've always asked my patients, "How's the UK? Why you moved from UK?" And that's one of the reasons why.
Yeah.
I said, and they said, "Sweetheart, I hardly see in the sunshine. It's always like gloomy, and it's sad and depressing." And that's why when I came here in Australia and I traveled at first, they said, "Oh, wow, what a beautiful sunshine!" And you know how, like, Western people love sunshine. They always
Mhm.
sunbathing sunshine. I think we Asians, we don't really like to be exposed in the sun. We have Sis Elena. Hey, watching from Sydney. Hi, sis. Thank you for watching. We have Asha Shata here. She's
Oh,
from New Zealand. You know her. Watching
yeah.
now. Thank you, sis. We have Hilda Punik Bar. Hi, guys. Watching from WA. So lots of them are in Australia. We have
Who is
Sis
from?
Rosalie watching from Coffs Harbor in SW, Australia. You know this, Rosaline. Thank
Yeah.
you guys for watching. And we have another. Oh, she makes a comment. You can read that. Osinakachi Alozie connect with me while he was still in UK. Okay, then moved to Australia,
Yeah,
then
we've had
started
that
business
already.
in us. I know. What a good opportunity. You see, guys, even if Ozzy started it in the UK, he can still bring it in Australia, But of course, it's a matter of timing, because it's hard to move from country to country. And I've seen that to our business partners, where they came from the Philippines, and he brought his business from the Philippines to the United States. And it bring, a blessing to his family, really, because his wife is a nurse as well. All right, thank you so much, guys, for watching. So let's proceed to our another question. Here we go. So, as a new business owner, can you tell me your experience so far, Ozzy? Like, yeah, take away. Like, what are your feelings? how's your experience so far with our team and about the business? Did you like it? What can you say? Floor is
All right.
yours.
Yes. I've been in the business now for 2 months, and in these 2 months, the journey has been smooth and lamina, because we is a system where you have support available, you have help is available, and we have a global community of over 210,000 people globally connecting every day across the nations of the world. So you can reach out to people and ask for help, and again, the training that the platform provides is second to none. I've been in business, and I've been in banking, so the training that is provided is enough to get you going. Everything is there. Everything is there, and you can always go back to it for reference purposes. To be able to keep going, and you have a one-on-one coach that keeps you on check, keeps checking on you, and who is always reachable and approachable. Our coaches are not like corporate office bosses, that are not approachable. They are people that you can reach out to, in time of difficulty or challenge or any question or what have you. So the is so far so good, is okay, and what again that has also helped me is the mindset I came in with, because I came with a desire for a change, and it was that desire that drove me to uh, to put in my best and keep going. I keep growing in the business. I keep making inquiries and getting knowledgeable about the business. So far so good. It has been good. It has been good. There is no issue, because what another thing I like about this business is that you don't have to disturb anybody. You don't have to bug family and friends. You don't sell anything. You don't sell anything, because if we were to sell something, somebody like me wouldn't have done this business. To be honest with you, I wouldn't have done this business, because I had a lot of selling, you know, back then in the bank, you know, because I was in a situation where in the the banking industry is a highly pressured industry. The job is highly pressured. Is highly pressured, and there are deliverables you must deliver. There are key performance indicators that you must deliver on. Your budget keeps running every month. You have a fresh budget. They give you a fresh budget, and you're expected to meet and exceed those budgets for you to have a job. So you don't have a secured job. You can come in the next day and you're already fired, just because you are underperforming. Do you understand? So it's a high pressure job that is centered around selling the bank's products and services. Do you understand? So in my introduction, I told you about the areas in the banking industry that I played. I played in personal banking. I also played in what is called affluent banking. Affluent banking is the segment of banking that has to do with the high network individuals. Let me tell you one story. There's an experience anyway. Then in the bank, I used to sell. There's a product I used to sell. The key product that I used to sell is called an exclusive product. Is a current account, a normal current account, but it has variance. It's called the exclusive product. That product, for you to sell it, for you to sell that product, the customer must have, back then, if I walk around the exchange rate, I can be it could be around $5,000. You can say $5,000. For you to have that type of account, you must have at least $5,000. And you and I know that that could be difficult to get. To get somebody to give you 5,000 account opening balance to open an account. So it was a very big challenge to sell that product. But that was the only measurable indicator, to measure my performance. So you don't have any other choice than to sell that product if you want to have your job. Do you understand? So it was a very big challenge for me, trying to keep my job by selling that product and meeting my key performance indicators. I had no option than to keep bugging family and friends, going to places where I shouldn't have gone, just in the name to keep my job. So if this business was a typical selling, I wouldn't have come near it, because I did all the selling that I could do, and I resigned my job because of that. So I couldn't have come into such a similar business that will disturb my life again. So that is one thing I like about this business. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to disturb anybody. We are totally and completely online. The business is run completely online. It's global. It has a global reach. In short, the world is your platform. You know, you just use your internet, your smartphone, or your laptop that has a internet access, you know, to connect with people, you know, and run your business. It gives me joy staying in Australia and connecting with people from the UK, from America, from Africa, from Asia, you know, staying in my small kitchen, in my small sitting room, and connecting with people globally. That gives me joy, you know. Then, seconded by the uh, by the money you make, because like I told you, what drove me into business is money, you know, the return on investment. So that flexibility, having been able to achieve it and also making income through it, I am fulfilled. Thank you.
Wow, that's so impressive. You're just 2 months in the business, yet you're so full of knowledge and experience.
Yeah,
And yeah, I totally understand, because I know in the bank, do you mean like you have a quota and you have to reach that quota, right? And I also had experience. I think when I was in cause in BPO industry back then, so it's like they have to kick me because I didn't get the quota of the month or something. So I was trying, but it wasn't really for me. Like even doing the live selling, I don't like. I even if like the same experience as well. Also, like if they will tell me, oh, do you want to do selling, I wouldn't. And that's what I love about this business, because we don't
yeah,
do that, guys. I don't have any business experience, although my parents just have a little store, but that wasn't like you, like doing all the business and all that. And guys, like what Ozzy said, like you this is global. You are connecting people from different countries, and this business has been helped hundreds of thousands of people around the world, and we are more than 215,000 members in this community. And if you try and look around into this business, guys, you have nothing to lose. Of course, it is refundable within 30 days, and we also
yeah.
have step by step training. And again, if you are looking for, like, if you wanna go with Ozzy or me, guys, I think Ozzy will be a fantastic mentor, because he's really have an advantage of of sales and doing the business. And guys, for 2 months, he already have buyers. Oh, I'm so excited for you, Ozzy. Like maybe in the future you will share your more experience. That we have mastermind as well. You can always do that as well, to maybe to improve yourself. Again, he can be your mentor, guys. Look around, and you can have a look on his website, www.ozikana. Sorry, I have a failure.
Osinakachi,
That
www.osinakachialozie.com.
That's right. And I have mine as well, which is www.growingluisa, to all my viewers on my Facebook page. And he's on live in his Facebook profile. So, guys, do not be scared. It's 100% free, as I've always said. And I can assure you, this has been really a huge blessing to everyone like us, and we are the living proof in this business, and we love it. I love it so much. All right, everyone, so don't just sit here and watch us. Take a look around, okay, and register on our websites, as we see in the screen, and please watch the webinar, okay. Again, try something new. Do not be afraid. Okay, you
Yeah.
do your due diligence, guys, to research about this business. It's a rest free. All right, all right, everyone. I think that's all for tonight. Thank you so much, bro. Like, thank you. I really appreciate. I think I gained a lot of knowledge from you, knowing about your experience. All right, everyone. You have a lovely night. Bye. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye.